Hello, hello, hello to all of my Scorpios. This is Queen Amon-Ra coming to you with your general reading. Happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you all. When I talk about Mother's Day, I'm not talking about 3D Mother's Day, third dimension. I'm talking about how to mother yourself. How to mother yourself when you're stressed, low on water, when you're frustrated, when you're sad, depressed, when your emotions are low and you're looking for something to nurture you that's pure fresh water, not toxins. How to fill your own water without waiting for a phone call, text message, and I love you, I choose you over this person, that person. How to nurture yourselves. There's a lot of people who don't know how to nurture themselves around Mother's Day because there's a lot of triggers around Mother's Day. Going to grocery stores, going to any kind of store where there's cards and there's such and such brings back a lot of triggers, a lot of memories for people who have their moms are no longer here, or they didn't have the best relationship with their mom. They still don't have the best relationship with their mom, and then some people have great relationships with their moms. So be sensitive to yourself and be compassionate to yourself and compassionate to other people around you. Let's get into it. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see what your cards have to say, Scorpio. Let's go. Let's see what your cards have to say. Or you could be a mother to somebody and it's not that great of a relationship there. So be sensitive to yourselves. Here we have the Empress card. We also have the Devil card, the Eight of Cups. We also have the Chariot card. We have the Wheel of Fortune and also the Six of Swords. I'm talking to you if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart. In your birth chart, that is. Not just your sun sign, Scorpio, anywhere in your chart. So here we have the Devil card and also the Empress card. We also have the Chariot card. So I do see somebody going through a rebirth of sorts, possibly with their child. Going through a rebirth also with your mom. Rebirth with your child and with your mom. So Source is kind of giving you some time to balance out your emotions, to hear people out clearly. Also, if you don't have a child, if you desire to have a child, you're determined to make sure some of the same cycles and curses and chains are not keeping you bound to anything low vibrational. So what I mean by that is if you didn't have the best relationship with your mom because you may have felt like your mom didn't hear me out, or sometimes parents will just say, you know what, you wouldn't understand, but they don't tell you to help you to understand. They're just saying you don't understand. Or maybe you didn't get an opportunity to say something because your mom is no longer here. Or you have an opportunity now to change that because Pluto is retrograde, and Pluto is a generational planet. It's one of your ruling planets, just like Mars is. But Pluto, being a generational planet, gives you an opportunity to break that generational chain cycle or curse so that your relationship with your child or your kids can be better than the relationship you may have had with your parents. So I do see you saying before I need another reminder to be burned to move into my purpose. I'm listening, God. You have my attention loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. And so somebody may say, I need to move on from something, the depths of emotions. I need to move on from something that could have kept me in a state of confusion. Let's say you had your relationship with your parents was a state of confusion, kept you burned out, confused. You didn't have any clarity on it. You're saying, I need to stay in my light so that if my child needs something from me, I can pick up on it without them telling me. I can already detect it. I can see it for myself, right? So I'm moving on from the depth of emotions about something from my past, and I'm making sure that I'm getting rooted and grounded in my purpose. So right now, I can make sure I am completely coherent. I can see everything, okay? But that requires making peace with your past. It requires making peace with your past, making peace with whatever your situation is with maybe your mom. See this card right here? A person is pregnant. So making some peace with your mom. Like saying, if I'm moving on from something, I'm not waiting until I get burned again, being in another state of confusion. I'm making peace with it and I'm moving on from it. For some people, that's moving on. permanently. For some people, they're saying, it needs some time away so I can process and think about some things and then come back with complete and total clarity. So, but I see somebody moving on. Here we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. We have the Princess of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and also the Eight of Swords. So you've already been through the storm. You've already been enlightened, burned, confused. You've already been motivated, inspired to move on. Source is saying do not go back. So, if somebody wants to know, am I going back to something? And as far as this reading is concerned, you're not going back through that. And anything that reminds you of that in your personal life or your professional life. So let's say you were raised by a bully of a mom. Let's just say that for somebody. Let's say your mom was a bully, or it could be the other end of that. They were so burned out that emotionally they weren't even available to you, right? And so you've already been through that. So when you keep in contact, when you are in a workplace or your personal life, whether it's dating or whatever, where you feel like a person is checked out because they're so burned out, or they're bullying, or they're saying really mean-spirited things to you just to get some kind of a rise out of you, that's going to connect you back, somebody back to their childhood, and say, I want different for myself. I want different for my kids if you want kids, right? So I do see somebody not overthinking it. Your blindfolds have been removed. You got to see in this picture right here, these restraints are they're not tight. These it looks like ropes or some kind of, it's really like string around somebody, or like string or like paper around somebody's wrists and around their eyes. It's self-sabotage, to keep thinking, should I go back to something that has already burned me? Should I keep replaying, whether your mom is alive or not? If your mom is not alive and you keep replaying it over and over and over again, this is your opportunity to not do the same thing that was done to you, is what Source is trying to say. So to keep thinking about it, Source is saying it's time for you to plan a trip, get near some water, and look at all the expansion all around you. Because I'm looking at financial independence for you. Here we have the Princess of Swords and also the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is somebody who is happy, charismatic, and free. Someone who is just like, I'm not going back to something that, definitely could have ruined me. Definitely could have ruined me, right? Princess of Swords. And then also, this is a person who, like I said before, you're just feeling great. Your thoughts are in a very positive space, right? And so even if you have a great relationship with your mom, be sensitive to, even if you have kids and their mom is no longer here, be sensitive to that emotion. Nothing replaces the nurturing, like you knowing how to nurture yourself, like how to mother yourself, right? And so ideally, the expectation is that your mother knows how to nurture herself and therefore knows how to nurture you. But if it's generationally where your mom wasn't nurtured and she felt and her mother wasn't nurtured and so on and so forth back, or your father wasn't nurtured and his father wasn't nurtured, who knows how to nurture until you find out what your moon sign is, and then that's how you nurture. But you're also sensitive to other people around you who may not feel nurtured at all. So this would be a great time if somebody's breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses, to find out what, to pull birth charts, find out what your moon sign is, to find out exactly what nurtures you when you need nurturing. So Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Lover's card, the Temperance card, and also the Sun card. Sun card is God's way of saying stay in your light. So you'll see everything that needs to happen in front of you. That'll help you in even your romantic relationships. If I know how to nurture myself when I'm stressed based on my moon sign, or I pull my birth chart to see what sets me apart from other Scorpios, and this is a Scorpio reading, and I know what nurtures me aside from other Scorpios, then I know clearly, okay, if I learn how to what nurtured me, and I'm interacting with a person that doesn't feel nurtured to some degree, I can tell them, hey, you can pull your birth chart. Let me help you with that, so you'll know how to nurture yourself in case you're feeling stressed, and so you're not putting all that extra pressure on everybody else. So here we have the Temperance card and also the Lover's card. So somebody is definitely making a decision about marriage, and somebody is saying, I want to be married. I want to have healthy relationships. I want to have kids and all of those other things. But I really look back at my own past to see, did I truly feel nurtured? And do I want to be in situations, right? So here we have the Lover's card and also the Temperance card. um, Lover's card and Temperance card, and then also, like I said, Six of Pentacles. So the energy of money is trying to come your way, and I do see your money growing. That can mean some kind of increase in your business, sales, or money, or whatever. Something in your money is growing, and somebody's going to feel rejuvenated. Somebody's going to feel real rejuvenated, feel like a teenager again, which is great, 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 great. So here are your questions, your transformational power questions. All right, if you want to write it down, you can. I'm giving these same questions to everybody that's going to help you learn how to transform your lives. At your root chakra, here's your two questions. Why am I becoming more abundant every day? At your root chakra again, and then why am I becoming more continually more stable and grounded? Your sacral chakra, why am I getting sexier every day, and why am I becoming continually more comfortable with my emotions? At your solar plexus chakra, why am I allowing myself to enjoy more and more success, and why am I growing more confident every day? At your heart chakra, why am I experiencing more and more love in my life, and why am I more forgiving to myself and others every day? At your throat chakra, why am I continually becoming my most authentic self, and then why am I stepping into my highest purpose more every day? At your brow chakra, why is my third eye continually opening, and why are my intuition and psychic skills growing stronger every day? And then at your crown chakra, why is my connection to the divine continually growing, and then why is my spiritual wisdom and faith expanding every day? Transformational power questions is like your most powerful and prominent mind is not your subconscious mind, but your subconscious mind. So you are speaking things into existence. You're saying the way that you create transformational power questions, Scorpios, is to think of something that you want, like to be more patient, and then you write a simple affirmation, I am patient. Then you turn it into a why question, why am I so patient? And then you make it progressive. Why am I becoming more patient every day? You can use that, you can apply that to any part of your life. Why am I becoming richer every day? Why am I becoming sexier every day? Why am I becoming more abundant every day? Why am I becoming, clearer in my consciousness every day? Like you can create, you're speaking it into existence. So here we go. The end of a tough cycle approaches. 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 Yep, the end of a tough cycle approaches for somebody. So something is going to be buried once and for all. Done. Once and for all. Burning bowl ritual. Burning bowl ritual. So God is sending some answers your way to let you know what's over, so that you don't have to let it be a part. It's not a part of your situation. You could have been through a rough spot with with any sign. Doesn't really matter who they are, but source is saying to you it's coming to an end. Number 12. Creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is rich, and you are able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. So you're a visionary, and so this 12 reduces to 13. You're taking all the lessons you learned from the past and whatever situations you're leaving behind, but you're optimistically moving forward in your own life. So like I said before, you may have been emotionally drained by something, but staying in your light is going to help you to be recharged, refreshed, renewed. You get near a body of water, and so you are, that water feels like it's flushing things out. Somebody could even be surfing somewhere. But the bottom line for you is that, like I said, somebody may have marriage and children on their brain. Some kind of partnership in love and partnership in business is happening for somebody. A decision has already been made by source. But more importantly, you are making a decision to move on from something that could have emotionally drained you or burned you or kept you in a state of confusion or angry or caused even collapsed chest posture or digestive issues. You're moving on from something. So that is what I have for you, Scorpios. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all on Motivational Monday. Hopefully those questions are going to help you. Bye.